RIZU Auto Reviews, where we bring you the stories behind the world's most iconic cars, their history, and their hidden secrets. If you missed part 1, go watch it first, because that's where we covered how the Mustang was born in 1964 and how it instantly became a cultural revolution. Now in part 2, we're going deeper, through every generation of the Mustang, from its early glory days to the fuel crisis struggles to its modern global success. So buckle up, because this is a ride through time. First generation, 1964 to 1973. The legend is born. The first generation Mustang wasn't just a car, it was a movement. It defined what a pony car was meant to be: small, sporty, stylish, and affordable. Ford unveiled it at the 1964 New York World's Fair, and the world went wild. In just the first day, over 22,000 orders were placed. By the end of its first year, nearly 500,000 Mustangs were on the road. Design. The formula was simple but brilliant. A long hood, short rear deck, aggressive grille, and that now iconic galloping horse badge. Options. Customers could get it in coupe, convertible, or fastback. Engines ranged from a simple inline 6 to roaring V8s. And then came Carroll Shelby. In 1965, the Shelby GT 350 turned the Mustang into a track-ready beast. 2 years later, the Shelby GT 500 arrived with a massive 428 cubic inch V8. These cars weren't just fast, they were brutal, and they cemented Mustang's reputation as a real performance machine. Hollywood also helped. In 1968, Steve McQueen's Bullitt put the Mustang GT on the big screen in one of the most famous car chases of all time. Overnight, the Mustang became an American cultural icon. Second generation, 1974 to 1978. Survival mode. The 1970s were rough. America faced a fuel crisis, new emissions regulations, and rising insurance costs. The days of big block V8s were fading. Enter the Mustang II in 1974. Built on the smaller Ford Pinto platform, the Mustang shrank in size, became lighter, and more fuel efficient. Engines. Instead of huge V8s, the Mustang II came with 4-cylinder and V6 options. A V8 returned later, but it was far less powerful than before. Sales. Surprisingly, it worked. The Mustang II actually sold well because it matched the times. People needed affordable, efficient cars, and Ford delivered. But enthusiasts, they weren't impressed. Critics said it lacked performance and excitement. Still, the Mustang II deserves credit. It kept the Mustang alive during one of the toughest times in American car history. Third generation, 1979 to 1993. The Fox body era. The late 70s and 80s brought a new hope. The Mustang moved to the Fox body platform in 1979. This car would stick around for an incredible 14 years, making it one of the longest-running Mustang generations. Flexibility. The Fox platform allowed Ford to offer many engine choices, from fuel-efficient 4 cylinders to the legendary 5.0-liter V8. Performance returned. By the mid-1980s, performance was back. The Mustang 5.0 became the car of choice for gearheads, drag racers, and street racers. Fox body Mustangs were cheap, fast, and easy to modify. They became the heart of American car culture, appearing everywhere from drag strips to high school parking lots. Even today, the Fox body has a cult following. Ask any Mustang fan. The 80s 5.0 Mustang was the ultimate bang-for-your-buck muscle car. Fourth generation, 1994 to 2004. A modern touch. By the 1990s, the Mustang needed a refresh. Enter the fourth generation in 1994. Design. The new Mustang featured smoother, more aerodynamic lines, giving it a modern look while still paying tribute to its roots. Engines. The V6 was standard, but the 4.6-liter modular V8 gave real power. In the late 90s, the SVT Cobra became the halo model. The 2003 to 2004 Terminator Cobra, with its supercharged V8 making 390 horsepower, became an instant legend. Nicknamed the Terminator, it proved the Mustang was ready to dominate again. This generation balanced modern style with old school power. And for many, it was their first taste of Mustang ownership. Fifth generation, 2005 to 2014. Retro revival. The mid-2000s brought something special. Ford decided to bring back the retro look, heavily inspired by the original 60s Mustang. Design, muscular stance, round headlights, and a wide grille made it instantly recognizable. Engines, a base V6 for daily drivers. But real enthusiasts love the GT with its 4.6-liter and later 5.0-liter V8s. But the real monsters? The Shelby GT 500 and special editions like the Boss 302. The GT 500 came with over 500 horsepower, making it a true supercar killer at the time. Movies also boosted Mustang's fame again. Think of Need for Speed, and of course the Fast and Furious franchise. The Mustang was back in the spotlight, bigger than ever. Sixth generation, 2015, present. A global legend. For the first time, Ford designed a Mustang not just for America, but for the entire world. Design, sleek, modern, aerodynamic, but still unmistakably a Mustang. Tech, independent rear suspension, finally replaced the old solid axle, giving it world-class handling. Engines, a turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine gave fuel efficiency and performance, while the 5.0-liter V8 kept muscle car fans happy. And then came the big guns. Shelby GT 350 with a screaming flat plane crank V8 revving to 8,250 RPM. Shelby GT 500 2020 with a 760 horsepower supercharged V8, making it the most powerful production Mustang ever. For the first time, Mustangs were sold officially in Europe and Asia. It wasn't just an American icon anymore. It was a global performance car. Storytelling moment. Imagine this. A teenager in 1964 sees the first Mustang and falls in love. Over the decades, he watches every new generation arrive. The highs, the lows, the comebacks. By 2020, he's standing next to a Shelby GT 500, remembering the day he saw that very first Mustang at the dealership. For him, this isn't just a car. It's his life's journey reflected in metal, rubber, and horsepower. Mustang's evolution in a nutshell. First gen, 1964 to 1973. The birth of a legend. Second gen, 1974 to 1978. Survival during tough times. Third gen, 1979 to 1993. The Fox body, king of the streets. Fourth gen, 1994 to 2004. A modern refresh with serious performance. Fifth gen, 2005 to 2014. Retro revival and muscle dominance. Sixth gen, 2015 to present. A global icon with world-class power. Part 2, ending. And that, my friends, is the complete history of the Mustang's models. Generation after generation, the Mustang has adapted, survived, and dominated, while never losing its soul. But there's still one part of the story left. How did the Mustang become a true racing star? From drag strips to NASCAR, from drifting competitions to Le Mans, the Mustang has a racing DNA that's as fierce as its design. That's what we'll cover in Part 3. Mustang, the racing star. And yes, that video is coming very soon, right here on RIZU Auto Reviews. So stay tuned, because the legend is just getting started.